Today, I will be attempting one of the most difficult challenges I think I could have possibly done. You saw in the title, we are playing TimeGuessr, which takes elements of OpenGuessr. We have to find the exact location and also have to figure out what year it was. And if you can get the exact year and the exact location, you get a perfect score. In a game of TimeGuessr, you get 5 total rounds, which means you have to get 5 rounds perfect in a row to get a perfect game. That's the challenge today. Can I get a perfect game without losing a single point? One way to find out. And here we have the first round, which at first glance might seem rather difficult, but I think it actually might be doable. We have people dressed up as tigers. That's the first thing I notice here. And there's clearly some sort of musical festival going on. Also, this license plate. Not sure if you guys can see that. Can I zoom in? I can. Okay. That's definitely the Faroe Islands right there. That is definitely the Faroe Islands, which made sense based on the landscape. That's, you know, very typical of Faroe Island environment. Now, I forgot to mention at the beginning that I am able to use Google for this challenge, because honestly, without Google, I don't think it's possible. Now, there is one rule after that. I cannot reverse image search this. I can't take this image and just like search it on the internet, because then it'd be way too easy. But I can search things here, like people dressed up as tigers in festival. Tiger Festival, Faroe Islands. Maybe that will pop up. All right, as expected, that did not really work at all. There's nothing. I think these people are just randomly wearing tiger outfits, but they have a flag. Why do they have a flag there is the thing. Like, maybe it's the band's name or something. I really don't know why these people dressed up as tigers. The band's not dressed up as it though, and neither are these people. So maybe this is like a friend group or something. It might be like a red herring. So I typed in music festivals in Faroe Islands. It said that there's one in Gotha. I'm trying to find this mountain. I think that's got to be some sort of antenna, right? Got to be some sort of antenna. I think that's that. I think I found it in Gotha. So now I have to basically find, I think I have the location. Now it's just a matter of, can I find the year, which might be very difficult. Also, I have to figure out where I am in this city, which is also not going to be that easy. This looks very similar to what it is. There's no Google Street View. The problem with the Faroe Islands is that a lot of these buildings look very, very similar. But it looks like there's a road here. There's not many roads that cut this way in the town. And there's this black building here, which looks like it very well could be that. I'm trying to see if there's anything I can see below. There's a white house maybe in the background, and there's not one here, it looks like, unless it's like that or something. I don't think that's the right angle though. Guys, are you seeing what I'm seeing? I think I may have found it. I think we're standing in this row. We're actually a little bit a ways from the city, but is that white house right there? Could be that, actually. I think it's that. I think it's that house, because you can see the one little window there. We're at a slightly different angle. I think that someone's taking a picture like right here. You can see this window right here, right? You can see that. That's right there. Let's take a look at like the roof and stuff. The roof adds up. Is that chimney right there? That chimney. I think I found it. And then this house right here is there. You can kind of see this little white door with this rock. I think I found it. So we actually weren't in the city of Gotha. It is like the Gotha festival, I think, but we are actually slightly south of it. Like, we were way over here. So I went through all these cities right here. Eventually I just found this place. So like Fiosio, it's a nightclub. Okay, so this is actually a nightclub, which makes a lot of sense then, is why is there music outside of it. So it is a problem though. Like, what year are we looking at though? I'm at like the G festival here, trying to figure out like somewhere on this website. It might be here. Clearly, these guys were recording this event. They have GoPro set up, but they're not on like a stage, they're just on a random truck on this road, right? So I don't think they're gonna be big. Like, I'm trying to search for like the people who played at this festival. I don't think they're gonna show up here. I don't know, maybe they will, but I'm going through like each year. I don't think I'm going to be able to find who these people are. This festival is also yearly, so it could be any year. Try to figure out what camera this is, so I can potentially narrow it down from there, because, you know, GoPro do release cameras almost every year. So if I can figure out what GoPro this is, that could actually help me. I think this is the Hero 7 Black, guys. It's the first one with a screen, and unfortunately that's not good for us. It also could be the Hero 8, I guess. It doesn't have the thing below it. It doesn't have the GoPro logo below it. So I think it is this one, which means that it's either 2018 or later. So I think it's 2018 or later. That's where I'm at right now. Okay, so I noticed that some of these people have wristbands on. I wonder if there's a new wristband every year. I would imagine that there is. I still have no idea what band this is. Apparently they love bananas. This is a tough one here. Starting off with round one is a very tough one. The G Festival 2024 found the exact same image location. Not the exact same image. The exact same image location. I don't see any tigers walking around, but I do see these banners here. These little triangle banners. That's not in the original picture. So I think it might not be 2024. I'm going to have to just go back in time, basically, look at pictures from every single festival until I find something that matches. All right, so the further back I go in history, the less pictures there are of this festival. And I also uncover there's another festival in this town with even less pictures that could be this. Faroe Islands people need to take some more pictures. Why is everybody eating bananas here? Everybody's eating bananas, apparently. I'm going to go with 2018. These are new GoPros. You know, they wanted to buy some GoPros for this festival. I have to just assume. Also, these guys, I couldn't find these tiger dudes anywhere else. I have one picture here. If I can zoom in, there might be someone wearing a tiger outfit right there. And this is from 2018. I really got down the rabbit hole for this one. We're going to have to see if this is correct. I'm hoping it is. I already got the location down. Location should be correct, 100%. It's just a matter of, is it 2018 or is it 2019? 2021 was canceled, so it shouldn't be a 2021. But it could be 19, it could be 2021, 22, 23, maybe even 24. I don't think it's 20. I guess it could be 25. I think it already happened this summer, but it was like very, very recent. So I'm going to go 2018, see what happens. It was 2017. I did get the perfect score location. I guess I was wrong with the GoPro. I can't believe that. I thought the GoPro was released in 2018, but that is a 2017 GoPro, I guess. Well, we're gonna have to restart. I think we gave it a really good shot there. It took me close to an hour to get that one singular guess, so we're gonna have to get some easier ones here. So, all right, here we go. Up next, we have what looks like a pretty easy location, at least. Manchester City Council. Welcome to Wythenshawe. Wythenshawe? I'm not sure how to say that. Anyways, we have Rashford 1, Boris 0. Guys, is that going to be... That has to give us the year somehow. It just has to. Is that the Prime Minister? I am unsure. I'm definitely gonna have to do some Google in there. So yes, the Rashford versus Boris situation. Shout out the AI overview. Is the public campaign led by the Manchester United footballer Marcus Rashford to extend free school meals to vulnerable children in the UK during school holidays. And it looks like this all happened in 2020. I'm gonna go with 2020 now. I actually have to find this location, which I think this is a very easy one here. It looks like we do have a row that we can see. Okay, and second thought, this is a pretty large area, so I'm actually not too sure. Maybe it's somewhere down here near the airport or something. This actually might be tougher than I thought. So I was actually able to find the sign while I was Googling, which is pretty impressive, but it doesn't actually say like where in the city this is, which is really, really unfortunate, because I'm having a really hard time finding this. I mean, there is clearly a path right next to here. It's definitely a big road, but it doesn't say it anywhere. It just kind of explains the situation. Like here's the actual sign. It just explains the situation. It doesn't actually say where exactly it is. It took me a while to find this sign. Where am I exactly? I am right here on Simon's Way. See, it's like kind of like right in the middle of the city, the city limits at least. And then hopefully we can make our guess, because it is surely 2020, I think. So we should be like right here on this path. I think that's where we are, guys. I'm making my guess. Let's hope that it is correct. All right. We got the wrong road, apparently. That's crazy, but we were within the correct boundary to get the perfect score. So we have one perfect round. Let's go. We only need 4 more now. All right, here we go, guys. We are back at it again. We have JFK, John F. Kennedy, President of the United States, right outside of the White House, it looks like. That is the White House, right? I think so. He's most likely given a lot of speeches at the White House, but we can potentially figure out what speech he's given. Either way, this should be fairly easy, actually, figuring out the location and the year, because he wasn't a president for very long, guys. He was assassinated. So let's figure this out. Pretty confident he's here outside in like the Rose Garden, looking at this building, which I'm assuming is going to be the Eisenhower office building, but it might be the Treasury. I should probably figure that out, because it also could be in the Jacqueline Kennedy Garden. Okay. I did not realize that was a place. Okay, the Jacqueline Kennedy Garden. Nah, I do think he's in the Rose Garden. Not sure why. I think that's just bait, honestly. I think he's right outside the Oval Office right now. And I think it's 1962, although I don't know for sure. It's either 1961, 2, or 3. I'm going with 2. Hopefully we're correct. We are not. It was 1. Oh. Bro, I'm not going to lie, guys. I just got into a new game and I got the same exact round. We could be repeat farming here. We could be repeat farming, but hey, I think we're gonna need all the help that we can get in this one, guys. This should be a perfect score here. There we go. It's a high school class from Wisconsin. Let's go. Hopefully we can get 4 more rounds. 4 more nice rounds. Oh, okay. Well, this is nearly impossible. We have the Wishing Chair Ants Causeway. Well, if that's a place, it's findable potentially. We have some women here. It seems like it's something, guys. We have Gant's Causeway. It seems like it's something. I'm gonna take a little Google here, see what I can find. It looks like it's supposed to be giants, but for some reason it says Gant's. Guys, is this? It looks just like that though. Like look at the picture. That looks just like that. The question is, what year now? Is the year just like on here somewhere? I think this has to be some sort of famous historical picture. They're here for a reason, right? They're here for a reason. I found it. 1900, guys. It's the exact same image. So we can use this. Is not cheating, guys. I did not reverse. I just searched up old ladies giant causeway and got it 1900. This is the earliest that we can possibly go. This is so old. Were people even taking pictures of that in that time? I know that they, yeah, 1900. How is that? How is it colorized? How is it colorized, guys? I think it's altered. 2 for 2. Okay, that one was fairly easy. It's just a quick Google search. It looked like it was gonna be tough at first, but it ended up being easy. We were right there. I think 50 meters is the biggest we can go, so that was very close, but we got the perfect score. We move on to the next round. This one is potentially doable. We have a lady posing, maybe going to this festival, which I'm hoping that means we can find it. We have a lot of signs here. I think this is going to be Budapest, actually. Maybe. We have 2 cities here, Bucharest and Beograd, which are both south. We also have Debrecen, which is in Hungary. So, you know, that way you go to Bucharest and Debrecen. That way we go to Belgrade. I think that has to be it. So I think we're in Hungary. This is going to be tough though to figure out where in Hungary we are. Like where, I mean, this has to be Budapest, right? But like where? Also, what is this festival in Budapest? Very tough to figure out the year here. Well, guys, it comes to that time where I just have to give up. I don't know where this is, what this is, who this is. It's in Hungary. I don't even know if it's Budapest. The problem is everything has changed since then. You know, everything has changed since then. Not sure what festival this is alluding to. Can't find any information online. It's hard because you don't know exactly what year this is, but maybe it's around 62. Let's just make my guess here. And it was 78. And it was not even Budapest. It was Szeged, which I did actually look. I looked in this city. Yeah, could not find this location. Look, it's a roundabout. See, like, this is not a roundabout before, you know, so it's quite difficult to do this because this area has completely changed. Nothing is even recognizable at all. I'm going to keep going with this one. I'm going to try to get 4 perfect rounds. That's the goal. I think this one's doable, actually, because we can just look up a fire in this particular area. Yeah, this is for sure a fire, right? It's not like a movie set. They're definitely dousing this place with water, so I think this is findable. First of all, I don't know where this is, but yeah, let's just try to find this. Whatever fire happened, surely it has to be documented. Okay, so at this point, I have looked up all of these businesses: I.N. Bruin, C.I. Peterson, Solomon Skull, and Forsyncrin. And none of these businesses ever documented a fire as far as I can see on the internet. So this is once again going to be a very difficult one, if not impossible. I think we're in Norway. These seem to be Norwegian companies and language. So I think we're in Norway. Then I'm just going to have to go Oslo here. And I'm going to have to guess somewhere in the 1970s once again. The 1970s are really just killing me. They are not a good decade for me. I don't know why. But I've given this all that I can find here. I don't think this is a big fire, so it's not really documented. You know, if this was a massive fire over the whole city, like I found a lot of Olesen stuff over here, so maybe I go there. I know there's a massive fire that happened there, Maybe that's talking about this fire, but it looks like this is just one building. I mean, maybe it's going down a little bit more over here. Some smoke over here. We'll just go over here into the downtown area. It's possible. And we'll go 1977. I guess this is not impossible. This is incorrect, but kind of a long shot. What happened? 1980 in Trondheim. You know, that's not a bad guess, actually. That's not a bad guess. Obviously, it's not the perfect score. It seems it was just, it led to the total destruction of just the one building in Trondheim. I did see Trondheim, the city, show up when I searched up Solomon's, actually C.I. Peterson. I think it's a store here of C.I. Peterson still to this day, but obviously it looked a lot different than this. 3 years off is not bad for not knowing a single thing. But let's just head over to the last round here. See if we can get something. Hitler. Okay, it looks like we have Vietnam. Not exactly sure what a lot of this stuff is. Clearly we are in some sort of protest of something. This is interesting. This is interesting. So clearly this is about Nixon. This is about the Vietnam War. Where is this though? Is the question. Yeah, what language am I looking at here? This is not something I'm really familiar with. And what flag is that too? I think this is Finland. As crazy as this seems, we do have a lot of Finnish looking words. The E at the end is like very Finnish. It's either that or like Estonian or something. This word right here is very Finnish. So are we really in Finland here? Why are they protesting? We're not really involved at all. Vietnam, USA protest. That's what I'm Googling now. We'll see. Yeah, we have the same words here. On the Senate Square, city of Helsinki. When did this happen though? I need a year here, guys. I need a year. Somebody post a year here. 1973 in the Senate Square. And where is the Senate Square? We can actually show on map, it says. Oh, this is massive. Look at this website. This is Helsinki website. That's so good. Okay, it's right there. I think we can just lock this one in. 1973, did it say? 1973? I think we're there, guys. I think we're at Helsinki Senate Square in 1973. That is my guess. I'll go kind of right there, and we'll go 1973. Hopefully this one's correct, because we need one. We need a perfect one. Let's go. I was 3 years off. They were really protesting for 3 years straight. That's crazy. We did not even get the correct location. I could have lined that up a bit better, to be honest. Honestly, we did get the Senate Square correct. We did get Helsinki correct. That's really good. I'm still going to take that. 69 meters off, so we're just a little bit off that perfect score. 3 years off the year. I'm surprised. They were really protesting for a long time. The Vietnam War was a very long war, though, to be fair. I have gotten a handful of perfect scores today, but I was unable to get 5 in the same game. This is my best score, 43,799. I'm going to try again, though, because I think it's possible, but some of these locations are very, very difficult, even with the use of Google. So imagine if you're not using Google. This is a very tough game. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Go hop over to TimeGuessr, try it out yourself, see if you can beat my score. Honestly, I bet you can. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.